I love a bounty of blueberries, and I really love them in this blueberry creme fraiche layer cake, and you will too. I'm Brian Hart Hoffman, the editor-in-chief of Bake From Scratch, and this cake is one you will want on the table immediately. So let's not wait any longer. Let's get in the kitchen and bake. I'm starting with butter, granulated sugar, and some lemon zest in the bowl. It's already been creamed together, and now I'm just gonna be adding my eggs. And I'm doing that one at a time so that the eggs can be fully incorporated before I add the next. And then these are room temperature eggs too. Make sure your eggs are room temperature if called for in a recipe. That really makes a big difference, so we don't chill that butter right back down after we got it nice and soft and creamed in with the sugar and lemon. The eggs are in, so let's finish this off with some vanilla extract. Before moving on, let's get our dry ingredients ready. Today I'm using a mix of all-purpose flour with baking powder and salt. Just a quick whisk and this will be ready to go in. And then we're also gonna be using crème fraîche. Now this is a French sour cream. It tastes different than the sour cream we have here in the US, but if you have just the regular sour cream, you can use that in substitution. But you can get crème fraîche in the grocery store and the flavor is amazing. So I'm gonna start by adding my dry ingredients and alternating with the crème fraîche. I like to add my dry ingredients in 3 additions and then 2 additions of the liquid. Scrape everything. Okay, batter's at a good spot, but it's not done yet. We've got to do a little bit of work with these blueberries before they make their way into the batter. So here's a really fun secret for baking with blueberries in a cake batter or something like that where you don't want all of the blueberries to sink to the bottom. Just toss them in a little bit of flour before you mix it in. This coating will help suspend them and they won't sink to the bottom and you'll get beautiful distribution of your blueberries. But let's divide the batter in half first. We want to have equal blueberries in each of the layers. So I'm going to divide my batter and then fold those blueberries right in. Be careful to fold the blueberries in without smashing them. I want them to be beautifully studded in each of the cake layers. Now the second half, in it goes. We're baking these in 2 layers, and we're just gonna prepare the pan by spraying with a baking spray with flour. Put a nice light coating in that pan. Spread into an even layer. After your batter's in both pans, you're off to the oven to bake. Look at these beautiful layers. And those blueberries are just popping. They look so good. The cake layers have cooled. I have this delicious crème fraîche buttercream that I'm gonna be using to decorate. And if you don't have a large dome on your cake layers, leveling is not required. That's a good thing. I like to make it easy when we can. We're just gonna get a nice layer of this buttercream. Let a little bit extend over the edges, and I'll show you why in just a minute. This looks so good. When you're making your crème fraîche buttercream, if you notice that it's a little grainy or looks a little split, just let it sit for about 15 to 30 minutes and then re-whip it in the bowl of the stand mixer and it's gonna come together beautifully. Here's a fun trick for getting a nice level cake. Take the layer that you would normally see with the top side up, turn it over where you have the perfectly squared off edges, and then stack it on top of the layer below. I take a flat edge and all this buttercream that looks craggy and messy on the side. I'm just gonna go around the cake until I have a nice smooth layer. I love that you can see some of the blueberries coming through there too. Look at that. Now you're gonna get your berries all day. That looks so good. Ah! Stand back up. Ooh, it's time to eat this cake. But before I do that, you'll find the full recipe in the description to this video. And if you want to bake along with me live, I host a class with William Sonoma most Monday nights. So please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And also, if you take photos and videos of your baked goods, get on in our private Facebook group where you can share with other bakers and we'll follow along too. You'll find the link for that group below as well. You never know, we might share some of the videos or photos in our Instagram channel at The Bake Feed. I've got to get into this cake, but y'all, okay, let's get a bite. I'm diving in. It's your turn. Preheat your ovens. It's time to bake.